Richard, I could be really silly.
Oh no, that's fun.
But you can edit real good, right?
I'm Leon. Am I Desiree?
Oh, you're Desiree.
I'm Desiree. And
I'm
you?
Leon.
And I'm Desiree. I'm Leon.
And we're Desiree and Leon.
All right, Desiree and Leon, how did y'all first meet?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a long, long elevator ride.
Yeah,
And
we're going to leave it at that. It was just a long elevator ride.
And it was still climbing.
Yeah,
Yeah, we still haven't hit the top floor. Be fun when we do, right?
right. All the way to the top.
It was a much shorter elevator ride. It was non-traditional. I guess we're out of our 20s, so it was unique.
We're
I'll
out
say.
of our 30s, too.
Stop right there. Don't go any further.
And our 40s.
Shh.
And our 50s.
There's.
Our courtship was short and sweet. It was fast and sweet. It was on point and sweet. I keep saying sweet because it's still sweet.
It is. It is. It started with when we first met, had our first face-to-face contact. It was actually at the restaurant, Cheesecake Factory. So she was there ahead of me, and I got out of the car. I didn't know what she looked like real life. I'd only saw pictures. I walked into the restaurant, and all these people, of course, and saw this beautiful lady peeping from behind a booth, and I recognized her, and we just started laughing.
The reason I was peeping is because
Don't tell her.
I didn't like what I see. I was gonna leave.
That's
But he
cool.
turned out
That's
to
cool.
be the finest looking thing in the rest of us. I had to step up because everybody else was looking too.
But we laughed. We laughed the very first time that our eyes met. We just started laughing for no rhyme or reason, and we've been laughing ever since.
Yeah, we do have a lot of laughs. So laugh a lot. You still laughing?
Yeah.
It's fun.
We are.
So I see who's the biggest jokester, who's the biggest comedian?
Who's the biggest one?
Jokester, comedian.
Jokester?
Or comedian.
Probably me.
Yeah,
Probably me.
he is. He's very spontaneous with his jokes. I mean, I could be sitting there watching a movie, eating some popcorn, and he'll just come out with something on his head. I'll leave it at that. It could be any object that belongs to me, but it'll be on him. And it's very funny. So he keeps the laughter going, but he also keeps it real. And that makes a big difference to me. So he's 100. He's gonna say what he mean and mean what he say. And sometimes he can be really, really mean. And I always tell him, don't be mean to me.
I'm not mean. I'm just on point. Just frank, I guess. That makes sense.
Well, everybody knows I'm Frank, so I guess that's why we hit it off. He's Frank, I'm Frank. But I'm really Desiree, not Frank.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Going back to, I guess we are. Tell me about a little bit like where y'all grew up, individually, and stuff like that.
Oh, this should be fun.
Yeah, this will be
Because this is one of our
fun.
inside jokes. I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. Let me say that again. I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. Proud. So Leon grew up. Ta-da,
I grew up actually about 4 miles, maybe less from here, in Linwood Park. Sits right behind Oglethorpe University, right off of Peachtree Road. Just an awesome time growing up. Very, very close-knit community. And some of my friends from the old neighborhood will be with us next weekend when we announce the engagement. But So one of our things that we do is, she'll do something around the house, and I'll go, you may not want to do that to me because I'm from Linwood Park, and she goes, yeah, I'm from Newark. I'm not afraid of anybody from Linwood Park. Well, you better be.
That's because he thinks Linwood Park was a real hood, but he hadn't been to Newark.
Girl.
I'm from Newark.
Okay.
I guess, so like behind Overthorpe?
Mm-hmm.
That was, like, I bet,
You-
that was a hood?
That ain't no hood, right?
It was the best kept secret. It was the best kept secret in Atlanta. I've heard it referred to as that.
It's not a hood. It was the oldest black.
It's the oldest black neighborhood in
that
DeKalb County.
sustained black community
Yeah.
in DeKalb County. Was not a hood.
No, it wasn't.
Right now it's Brookhaven with like $1 million homes over
Okay,
there.
but then it wasn't. We had Buckhead had a pool hall, Bud had a pool hall. We had three. It was self-sufficient. I wouldn't change it for the world. Wouldn't change it for the world. It did change. Now, like she said, there's $1 million homes, and most everybody's gone. We still get together once per year in May. Everybody comes home and we get together just to reminisce and just to see each other again. So, I mean, a lot of people that are well known are from Linwood Park. The comedian George Wallace is from Linwood Park.
Is this on tape? Really? Really? That was Linwood Park hood.
So there were a lot of people that, I guess you could say that they went on to great success. We had Mel Pender, one of the fastest men in the world. He was a sprinter, competed in the Olympics game, won a gold medal. So all those people were right there. We knew them, we saw them every day. And a matter of fact, I was on the plane. I was on a business trip the last few days, and I was on my way to Minnesota. And there was someone adjacent to me was watching a movie on the screen on the back of the seat, and I looked at it, and there's George Wallace, and I said, "Is that George?" Yeah, so.
George. Hey, George.
Oh boy. We were, let's do it, let's think about it, let's wait, let's do it, let's think about it some more, let's wait. And I think we ran out of let's think about it and let's wait, and here we are. Agree?
Yeah. I think our journey was one that I would say was in the stars. We had some challenges, but we loved each other enough to endure them and overcome them, and it brought us to here. And I can honestly, from my heart to his, say I'm glad that we didn't abort the mission. And that we're here and we're going to continue on our journey.
I totally agree. Totally agree. We had some trying times because we were two people who had never met. We met, and then everything just blossomed. One of the things that continues to, it used to shock me, now it impresses me, is she knows me so well. And I can be having private thoughts about something, and she'll say something, and I'm like, how did you know that? Can you read my mind or something? But I think that's pretty awesome for us.
Yeah, and I can say the same because I would be thinking something in a conversation and I wouldn't say part of it, but then he'll say the other part. I'm like, I was thinking that, but he'll say it. And I was like, wow, okay, this is good.
So we're waiting for that time where we can live the line that Cicely Tyson said in the Tyler Perry movie when she said that she was laying in her husband's arms one night and it was totally quiet and she could hear their hearts beating and their hearts were beating at the same time. That's what we're striving for, right?
Yes.
So silly. So silly.
Yes, we are. It was almost instant. I would have to
Yeah.
say that. when we first met, it was very, very romantic. It almost seemed ordained, like we were at the right place at the right time for both of us. In both of our life, at that particular moment, we were just at the right place. There was a moment where we missed, but then we finally connected. And when we connected, everything was so mutual. It just seemed almost as if God said, and it was. And we allowed it to be. But anybody know when God has put something together, the enemy always try to come in. And we have been tested, but like I said earlier, I am glad we didn't abort the mission and that we weathered the storm and we allowed God's plan to come through for us.
Yeah.
So, but when we
I
first
agree.
met, it was more of a mutual thing. It was like we both knew, and I always had that feeling that whenever I meet the man God sends to me, we both will just know. It wouldn't be me trying to convince him trying to convince me. We would
Yeah.
both just know. And at the time that we met, we both just knew. I don't know if it was love at first sight. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, and I think that's what scared us, because everything was so powerfully spontaneous, I guess, for lack of a better term. And then you can't discount the spiritual part of it, because I was at a point in my life where I was seeking some things spiritually that I had never sought before. And she came along and just, I mean, such a tremendous help for me in that way. And she continues to be. She continues to be. My sister, my younger sister, spoke something to me a couple of weeks ago. We were all together as a family a few weeks ago, and Des was there, and my sister said that she had spoken with her son, and he's grown, and said that he had made a comment, "Mama, Uncle Leon seems happy, doesn't he?" And I said, "Wow," because I am. And I remember saying it to you. I said, "So this is what it feels like." Okay? And I realized, wow, God, you know, I'm not going to say I never experienced happiness, but to this degree, to this level, no, I have not. I have not before now, no. And I'm not timid nor ashamed to say that.
You gonna cry?
No, I'm not going to cry, but I love you.
I love you too.
I didn't bring a hanky, right?
You good.
Mm-hmm.
He's cool. He's good people.
Yeah.
I call him Poppy. When I don't call him Poppy, there's a major
Yeah, there's something
problem.
wrong. When she doesn't say, when she calls me or I call her and she doesn't say, "Hey, Poppy," I go, "What's wrong?" And there are times I go, "Well, I'm gonna hang up and I'm gonna call you back and see how you answer the phone next time."
And just because I'm Desiree, he
You
calls
go.
back and I say, "Hey, Leon."
You don't know how many of my days you've shot doing that.
He'll be okay. Yeah. Oh, well.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
How long have y'all been together for?
A little over a year.
Actually, yeah, January the 18th of 2017 at 4 p.m.
See, she remembers everything, and she challenges my thinking. She'll go, "Today's an anniversary." I'm like, "Anniversary of what?" And she'll say, "Well, this is the day we met, and this was the time, and the weather was like this."
That's because I'm an avid journaler. I journal a lot. So, in the court of law, they hold up.
And I'm thinking, I'm glad, and I'm thinking, I'm glad she doesn't do my taxes.
But I journal, but January 18th, 2017 at 4 p.m. at Cheesecake Factory.
We started building our Camelot.
Yeah, that
And we're
was,
still
that was,
building.
that was, he came up, he has a way with words that just whimsical to me. But it touches me in a way that it's like he's been in my secret place. When we first met, he was talking like that, and it's like he's been in my secret place. I'm like, he's saying all those right things. that nobody's ever said. So that's the shock. Is, you know, you may have meet some people like somebody say something that you thought, but he touched a place that has not been touched, that I've never shared with anybody, but a feeling that I had, that I know I wanted to have the experience with the person that I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. And he just zoned in on it. He zoned in on it, and he touched me in that place with the words. And I know people can say words, but he meant them, and he's shown that in word and action. So
keep going. You're doing good.
You know what? it made a big difference to me, because everybody who knows me, yeah, not just anybody. Very special man right here.
Well, that's good. But, you know, and I think some of the things I guess I've spoken or said, as you indicated, was because I felt that I had finally met someone that I could say those things. Okay, and they would get it. You know, they would get it. So I didn't have to hold anything in reserve. I could express myself. I could express myself fully. Okay, without fear. And it's such a release to be able to do that, to sit down and talk with someone, and you know that they get it. I mean, how many times do we sit down and the TV doesn't come on?
Yeah, that's another thing. I like to sit quietly, and so does he. And sometimes we can sit quietly for hours and hours, and it's fine for both of us. So it's like, it works. It works.
We were, I think it was probably last weekend or so, there was like 3 or 4 successive weekends that we had not gone out and did anything substantial, and we didn't even think about it because we were having so much fun just at home, laughing and joking and whatnot. You remember, I looked at you and said, "Damn, we haven't gone out in a month."
No, it was funny sitting at the restaurant. We just like,
we're out.
It feels weird, but in the comfort of home, having jokes and beating him on the knee makes him
Don't do that.
fun. I mean, that's what we enjoy. So when we go out, it's like, okay, we're gonna eat out at a restaurant, which everybody does in Georgia a lot. I don't like that.
Yeah, well, she had this Wii, and I never played it before, so we go from bowling to golf, and
I beat him every time.
I know, a few weeks ago we stepped it up. We said, let's box. So we started boxing, and we kept boxing. And by the time we were done, both of us were looking at each other like, I need to sit down. I'm tired. That was too funny. That was too funny. So we will never box again. No. Mm-mm. No.
You don't want to box no more? Why? I'm scared.
No boxing.
That
No
is-
boxing.
Okay.
I'm getting better at golf. When you're not home, I play golf. I practice. I'm getting better.
That's because you can't be.
Well, because you've been playing it forever. I'm brand new.
Don't even try. Oh, love him, sore loser though.
I'm not. Am I?
Of course.
Really? Real sore?
Sore.
If you say so.